Tell me, man, food, every little thing me need it about, and then every time if I link up with somebody, you, toddler, tea, whomever, it's like, oh yeah man, I'm close, I'm like 10 minutes away. So we rate them thing there, I can't bother with an hour driving to go link nobody, you see me?
Well, this is Labrador Grove, All Saints Road that we're in right now. Which part you kind of their own on my place though.
Yeah.
Over some. Who know me, I got know where we are talking about. But that's my place.
Yeah.
Welcome back to the UK.
Thank you, man. It's
UK
really a joy to be here.
Crazy love for you, Lila.
Yeah, see that now? Sure.
Why you say that you see that now?
I mean, you know, the first time I came here, first time you and meet me and all of them things. Or maybe you've met me in Jamaica before, but I came on tour with Protege, right? And them time there, I didn't even have a song out. Biggest Fan wasn't actually released yet. We were just, you know, he just called me up on his set to perform it. So like them time they know me not necessarily, them time they not even talk. But while me and Diggy a reason, and he's like, yo, you know, I remember being in London with you and I couldn't get, me not get a word out of you, me I bring you around all of these places and you just sit and observe, right? So I never necessarily, them time I just build my thing, I just get introduced, right? And it's really a joy if you come back here now a couple years after, and when I step out on City Splash and even see the youth them, when I see the children them excited, that's how I want my heart more than anything. And hearing people singing back to the song them is really a blessing. So I know for sure, say, London have a special love for me and I appreciate it.
It's been a real journey. It's been a real journey of good music, networking, linking, having faith in people.
Yeah.
We have to say, bless up and big up to Toddler T.
Yeah,
because
man.
I remember that Freshers, and we always talk about these things, but we can't forget about these things. I remember that Freshers cypher. I remember telling Proto, yo, Lila, he actually asked me, what do you think about Lila, Shadi?
Yeah.
Me say, Lila come like somebody that's got a big matic, that is just spraying down the place.
Yeah.
The minute she can control
the
machine, did he tell you that?
For sure.
I hope you never took offense from that.
No, but a facts you talk. When him tell me that, you know, it's like me and say, you definitely did see what I go on, because I'm telling you, me definitely learn out of time how to control a matic there. You get to me and say, trust me, because if you don't really, if you see talent without raw talent is an amazing thing, and that's something me know for a fact that I have. But you see, if you get on a level where you become something great, something that stays around, something where 20 years from this, somebody can come at a record store and hunt down a Lila Ike vinyl that takes control in that matter. Following direction from a general will probably stay in a space longer than you and know how to navigate it. You understand? And even just collecting your thoughts within yourself and know what to say, and trust me, you are definitely on point and you see it, man.
These kind of places, record shops, this is where I cut my teeth. I got youth man coming in these places, frightened for us. 7-inch on the wall. Just down the road from here was the legendary Dub Vendor Records. Where when we talk about legendary Dub Vendor Records, every selector, as a matter of fact, probably even worldwide, there's probably more music from Dub Vendor Records. I reckon Lila Ike will probably be 10 times bigger if it was in vinyl days.
You know, something like I tell though. That's definitely a meds for real. Sometimes I feel like I'm born later than my time. You get me? Like, if I feel like, and even more while me I do my music, me still feel as though me there around Dennis Brown them and Garnet Silk them, and like that's the energy when me try tapping at the most, and that's where I feel the most comfortable. You get what me I say, but nothing before it's time, same way, you know?
How much of these artists like Dennis Brown was you watching on videos? Like, I know you're somebody that does your research and you go back into the history books, watch some of the YouTube videos. How much have you watched their performances? 'Cause when people see you perform, trust me, it's you bring us back to Sunsplash. Wow. You bring us back to Sting, when artists is running out on a stage show and they're delivering their music, and this is not a jab after any artist that do the whole dash and all them sitting there. But you perform, you come with your heart ready to work. How much of those artists did you really kind of absorb to be able to get to that place where you're at?
Yo, I want to tell you, say most of them, if not all of them, even beyond what me can even remember. Because you see how me grew up? Me grew up in a community that was like a sound system central, you know. Every other weekend or every weekend, a party I keep. And them, you know, if you know country people, them more we play out the whole of a song from start to end, and them take a long time before them reach to the note. You get me? I say, more while I just some rhythm, I just a beat out in a head before them even sound a string up. And them all time rhythm that them I use to check the levels and all of that, right? And then my mother now, she love music. And me just fortunate enough for the in a space where my mother play some real hardcore, positive, reggae, roots, rock, and then still with some soul, a little old school dancehall here and then. The only thing that never played in my house much was modern dancehall. Okay. So like my mother never necessarily play Cartel or Alkaline or them people. Me hear that when me go to school.
You get me? Garnet and
yeah, man. So like when I'm Sanchez. Hearing all of them people, I remember the first time I hear Garnet, like goosebumps take me, and I spend the rest of my little young years just watch him interview them, I learn him story, and then through that now I branch off into Sizzla, watching Sizzla perform, Bujo, Beanie Man and Bunty a clash, and just say wow, like Ninja Man when him just even come back from England and perform at Jamaica the first time, it was like pandemonium, you know. So like when we see all of them things there, I think about my music now and I'm like, what can I do and what can I put in my music that's going to get me to connect with people so much? Because I one thing with them people back in the day, and now too we have great performers. They were connecting with the audience. They were connecting with the audience, and you can argue say there wasn't a lot of distraction as it relates to options.
Well, phones.
You see me?
Because you think about it, you know, nowadays, rather than getting a forward, people is recording it.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
3,000, 4,000 people is capturing that moment. Yeah. And that moment was you had to be at the event.
You have to just tune in.
You have to be there. You couldn't see it anyway. You have to be there. For real. So that may I say people in tune, and then a next thing to how even the radio situation did set up. A one station I govern the thing. So if Lila drop second chance today, the whole of Jamaica hear second chance. And if second chance bigger Jamaica, the whole of England love second chance, and then the big day they just massive because it's like it's a global thing, one go. Now you're part of the now generation, I'm part of the older generation. Some would say, Shani, you're old. Your talks are fun. What do you think was the better times then? Like when you're talking about what you're talking about there and what is actually happening right now. What would you think would be the better time? You know, say, alright, personally, I'm an old school person. So I can tell you, say, the music I prefer is definitely older. But me not think it's fair to say that there's a better time. Because in the same breath, there's a lot of elements where the now music are contribute to the music where we have to appreciate. When you hear a style like Skilly Bangs and 100%. What Cartel did, and the music always are gonna have to transform, and it always are gonna have to move. You get what I say? The only thing me can say what me did appreciate about back in the days that an artist would have to be more ready. Like you have to come proper. You get me? You have to come proper. You wanna be an artist, you don't just record something in a closet at your house, straight on YouTube, it go viral tomorrow, and you're seen as a big. You never had the option to do it.
You get what I say?
You had to come through one of the dads that
exactly,
like,
so
to
you're more
to get
trained.
A link to in our studio. You know what I always say? What I always say, Lila, where is this word apprenticeship in 2021? Apprenticeship
in 2021.
What does that word apprenticeship mean in 2021? As a sound man, you would have to you would have to lift up the box then before you get to spin the song then. As a studio engineer, you would have to can't be the tape man before you even get behind the desk. As an artist, you would have to walk behind the next artist. Nowadays, boom, you get the bus. Yeah. I feel like there's a generational gap that's causing that. You see me? Because it go both ways. Because I don't like some who don't want to go sit down up at Barry Salmon's studio one whole day and just reason with him.
But can I do that? You get me? And I'm just using verse as an example. This is
but
not
you would
personal.
have to put the work to get into that game.
Yeah, but
to
then
walk into Harmony House,
exactly.
you have to hang out there, so a good little while before you get to go in there. Because that's what people have to do at Jammies, House, all these studios.
So, and then with that now, you find say a lot of ego in the thing. A lot of young people feel like say they are these great pioneers of the next level where the music are go, the futuristic sound where everybody are try to create. And you get so lost and caught up in that you don't realize the real elements, the foundation is important. So for me, there's a lot of elders me reason with, and then with whom I can't reach in a physicality. I go up on YouTube, you get me, I do my research, I listen to their interviews, I watch a couple documentaries, I listen to the music. You get what I say? So I feel like apprenticeship right now, I don't know, it's weird, it's weird. Too much cliques and make a man feel like say, alright, then me and my team over here, so we know what we are do, and our next team, and then young people nowadays, brother, them just don't appreciate the old music. Them just not there, so them don't find it exciting. You're born in a generation where the tempo gone way up at 100 and something now. You don't want to hear no bagel. You see me, them find it boring, so them not go seek for learn about them things as much. You see me?
I find I can have this conversation with you because you're open to it. I don't find that many of the younger generation are so open to this conversation as much. Let me bring it back to City Splash. You definitely brought a joy to South London that day, that whole festival, as a matter of fact. Let me just take my hat off to the promoters right now. It felt there were so many musicians, entertainers, people from the industry that was backstage that day. I don't even chat about the audience, just backstage, and we was all like, this feel like we're there at Europe. You get me? This feel like we're there on one of them big festivals, and it's been a long time that the UK has really been able to feel that kind of energy. What was the energy that you experienced that day?
Trust me, man, you see, for me now, coming to City Splash, one, me I get to breeze Jamaica.
Yeah, you wanted to run with them.
Like Jamaica, my heart and my soul, man. Like, nothing can compare to life in a Jamaica. Jamaica is a beautiful space, but right now, the energy down there is very, very low. You know? So me get, that's the first thing. Me I come see some people a long time and I see them. That alone, me excited. And then, y'all tell me, so me get to go back on stage with like live music, big bass behind me, drum. It was magical. It was really a great thing for me because I remember 2 years now, me not get to run out on a stage and hold a mic and see a crowd physically in front of me. You get me? And then...
And you got the catalogue now. Now you got the
that
songs.
Is the thing now.
So this is the first time that you really got the opportunity to perform the sets them. How was that for you?
It was crazy. It was crazy, man, because I released my project in when they would have called it the Corona times. You get what I say?
What was it, like May?
May last year?
Yeah, around May last
year. You get what I say?
Mm.
So I haven't really gotten to see how the music the effect the music have on the people or feel it. So being able to do that, I know, say, boy, I remember me I go on my first tour, and them ask me for an hour set, a big cover me for a drop in between the 3 tunes them I have, right? So now me can say next track, me I write set list. Now look on set list, yo, one next time I say, blow, wow, I grew up this and that. Yes, it did amazing, man.
What song did you most enjoy performing on that stage?
Rock and Groove.
Speak to me,
and
girl.
Thanks to you. I have to big you up for that one there because you see that freestyle session there. And big up Savannah, big up Jazzy Elise, big up Naomi, Protege, everybody that was involved in that because, yo, you see when me say, when you speak, me see some little picking it like them. Me I tell you, man, like, trust me, see if I never have Corona time or so, me have to jump in at the crowd, man, and me and the pity them down there will have vibes because Rock and Groove and that freestyle separate and apart from just how great that music is and the fact that it's for very talented women. I do them thing in our time like now and a juggling rhythm style. The fact say, yo, what they got to see when you came to the studio and what they got to see was us in our element together, the communal energy there where we not seeing our music as much. And guess what? It never planned.
It wasn't planned.
Never planned at all.
People also thought that when I was walking out, I was coming to stop. But what you lot was doing when you was rehearsing, you did the old school part. And people, let me talk in the camera. People, I was going to walk out. I was going to walk out and say, hey, what am I do now? Show your skill, pan the rhythm, and boom, sing some song. I was not going to stop it. See, I wasn't going to stop it.
God,
I was not going to stop it. I get a beat with that in that
I tell you. So you heard it here first, so they can't ease off a Shawnee beat.
No, me please. Like, I wasn't going to stop
yo, Shawnee beat, I try to interfere with the thing. No, man, it never planned, so you don't know. I just saw the magic go, man. It's a blessing.
And I have to say thank you to you, and I know I said this to you backstage, but I'm going to say it to you publicly right now on camera.
Thank you.
One of my brother was there with me, but there was another DJ there by the name of Rocky Boss. Big up DJ Rocky Boss, and he was there with his family.
Yeah.
And when it happened, he just turned around and he looked at me. So I've gone around, come and said thank you to you, speaking with Jesse. And when I came back out to the front, he looked at me and he goes, that meant so much to you, innit, Shawnee?
Yeah.
And he didn't even let me talk. He goes, because we as DJs do so much work. Yeah. And it's very rare that you hear DJs get props for actually doing this kind of work. Yeah. And knowing that my brother was there, my little niece there, my little nephew there, like, and they're like, Uncle Shawnee, like she's saying your name, like it was a crazy vibes. And even going back to the performance, I think that you became slightly overwhelmed at a point. Yeah. It seems like you forget the lyrics already.
Yeah, man. Forget me when the band real forget me, man. Could I find which part forget me there? Because me I tell you, say, you know, me come out for the excitement, energy, and when me go see all the crowd that react and everything, and me I say, yo, trust me, it really did bust in my head for a minute, man. Me I feel
completely forgot
myself. Completely, me I go to all the singer them say, oh, go again.
I saw you say to Aisha,
I say, yo, no act to the tell when you sing the song for me now.
I saw you say to her, you trust sing the song.
I say, you sing a song that. Poor girl ever look for me like, what is she talking about?
Has that ever happened to you before?
Every time. Me forget a complete whole verse. Like when me I tour with my band, them can tell you. Like my guitarist especially, even with rock and groove too. Yeah. You get to me and say, me always I forget the last, the third verse. So it's a man who have to come out in the thing and play him guitar and I say, yo, you left out the third verse again. And gone back, you see me? But while me sing all a different verse in a different song.
But it does seem like you get possessed to a certain extent when you're on stage. You have the jump. Like your teeth that from Capering, you know that? Yeah, when Lila started, Lila was like, trouble there.
Man, it's a mixture. You see, the movements on stage is a mixture. What? Sizzler, Capleton, and you have a man named Anthony B.
Of course,
when Anthony B a perform,
full of energy. When him start,
you think a gym you there, you know?
What?
Right, it me say, yo, me taking the man. I think we did have the same show one night somewhere in us. One of them plays the man and me I said, no, the man I work out on the stage. Me have to incorporate this, even just health-wise. You know? So yeah, man, it's definitely, me do feel as though I do get possessed when me I perform by like the spirit. Because me very spiritual and me believe so the most I work through me. You get me? So like, more when I'm up on stage, me know it's not the Lila you always sit down here, so it's a completely different energy and we just give thanks for it and allow it to happen.
When you perform on stage and you kind of see the response to certain tracks, like something like Thy Will, over the classic Baltimore rhythm, and the response that the audience give you. And I said to you before we started doing this, Lila, you know what the people them want from you, you know. Them lift up my glass, them don't really want I love when you do like the little neo soul reggae thing and all the rest of it. But when Lila does reggae, rubber dub.
We have all eat for them, man. I tell you.
Have you noticed that that's what the people them really want from you?
100%. And it's like, you see when we do Second Chance and see what Second Chance do, and perform, when I perform Second Chance and I see like the mixture of feedback me get from young, old, middle age, everybody, and I can definitely pat myself on the back and say this anyway, say that are one of the biggest songs released out of the generation. I can definitely say that. I mean, now take it back. Huge, crazy, because the energy, the way you get, where me really feel as though my sound is curated for reggae music.
100%. You know what it is? It's the connection to the lyrics. When I look back where I'm coming from, at them road I used to walk when I was 14, 15, I look record. So like, what literally is you become attached to the lyrical content, and that's what reggae music is all about.
And there's a thing too about the musicality of reggae and the feel of reggae that does something to me. I can tell you, say, there is no reggae piece of original roots, one drop, whatever. Reggae music. Me not talk reggae with a little bit of dancehall. Me not talk reggae with a little splash of trap. Me talk reggae music. There is no way you can bring me in a room and play a rhythm and a song no come. Off the top, me not have to write nothing, song done. So I know that is simply because like that's where me most connected, that's where me most feel the energy. So naturally, if you have that and you put that in the music, people are gonna love it.
Well, we kind of saw that on the live a few days ago when you was in studio with Akala.
Yeah.
You was in your zone. You was fully in your zone. I run the day night. Look how did that for day night.
We're in London, so I see
you with the glass.
No man, I some tea with I drink.
Tea?
I don't know London where we drink tea any time of day.
Okay, that tea I drink. You know in London that we sometimes put a little tubs of whiskey in the tea. So like little tubs, you know what I'm saying?
Yo, I just mystic man because like, you know, me a link with Natural High, who is a producer we work with. He's actually produced where I'm coming from too with Casper. In Bloom with me and Protege, and wanna right now an unreleased song with definitely a track one on my album.
Is that Big some of the stuff that you was just playing there?
Yeah man, you know me I play that one there for you when me done. So he invited me to his the spot that Akala had, and you know me just go in there here, mic sound clean, rhythm I play what? You know, energy man. It was great.
So did you record that night with Akala?
We have some vibes. We have some vibes at work, but I don't know. Me can't talk out everything. But that was just like a freestyle, creative thing. Not when me can say, all right, then this is that. Cause more while me just like vibe, and then maybe next year before me visit back them track me and say, yo, you know, so that one year did really tough. So that's how we do it.
And like how we're in Lila Elaborate Grove right now. You know, say our Toddler Tea plays this.
Yeah, man.
And are you going to be visiting our mate Toddler?
Yeah, they know what the tune way. Did you hear me? I play the first one before me play the reggae. That's Toddler.
Are you serious?
Yeah, man.
So who else are you working with over in the UK?
Yeah, man. Me I try link up with everybody. I was actually supposed to be back home by now, but me I said no, I'm not ready to go home yet. Because I need to do the rounds or just the creating thing. You see me?
Well, them said that summer was meant to finish a couple of days ago. As long as you're here,
you know, coffee there,
like everybody there, like everybody will bring the sun. Nobody wants to go back home right now. Is it not very inviting for you just to go back to Jamaica right now because of
right now? If I go back to Jamaica, all me I go do a lock up in my house, literally, and hot. You get me? Nothing necessarily happening due to the whole situation with the pandemic. Lockdown, curfew, no movement. It's pretty wild down there right now. For creatives, because I'm sure there's somebody who appreciate the whole vibe somewhere. But for creative, just the energy, it's not very inspiring.
It feels very stop and startish. Yeah. Stop and startish. Yeah. People want to get back into that zone. Yeah. And like I see like some of the street parties them keeping, and then I see the energy building and it's like blam, stop again. You get what I'm saying?
It's rough, man, and you know, it just, for me, when me in a situation like that, and I always thinking about the little people, because me come from the little people. My mother is a hustler, she have her bar, she have all of them things, so it's like, when you lock down the country for 3 days, what happened to them people?
Trouble.
You get me? So it's being in that energy and have to be thinking about them things there. It's very low.
Do you think that contributes to the crime problem in Jamaica as well? Because just the other day, I'm hearing like 1,000 murders in Jamaica, and like it's crazy. Like it's crazy. I'm chatting to my colleagues in the garrison. Them the man them saying she want to be every night you hear the petrol beat, and like it's crazy.
I mean, you know, me is a firm believer in the devil give eyeglass work to do. You get what I say? And Jamaica is a place where you always have something to do when Jamaica depend. No pandemic, whatever. So maybe a young man who in a particular lifestyle, if he did have a dance, we just go sit down and watch some girl will have vibes or something. He probably would have not engage in a certain things, you get me? So I'd say, yeah, it definitely have to contribute. You know, it's low energy. It will definitely encourage more low energy. And if you don't vibrate on a low frequency already and you feel more low and you have a gun and you're hungry and you can't find food to eat, you know, do the maths.
It's real life, trust me. So, Lila, tell me about the album, because I spoke to Savannah a couple of months ago and she told me that she's in kind of like album mode as well. I know Jazz is very busy as well.
Yeah.
She just linked me up. Like, she actually linked me yesterday, actually.
Yeah.
So tell me what I want, because I'm hearing the music. I know you're working.
Yeah, man, definitely working. I look to put out a proper album. When I say proper, meaning this time I'm gonna call it an album. You know, next year. I want it to be early next year. I have some songs that I think solid, like a dream come true as it relates to one of the feature them that's on the album. Somebody I've always looked forward to work with, so that's also something exciting. Special for me. And yeah, we are work. That's what I do right now. You never know, I might go in a studio with Tadla and find something when I say this after they on the project, you know. So we're working. We have whole heap of tune written, working on songs when I go back to Jamaica, go finish up songs that I came up with here that I do some extra work on and see how it turns out. But the album in a full movement right now.
How do you choose the people that you work with for that album?
A lot of it, other than, you don't know, we have people who are around us. When we did the Habitat, we know we have access to Zaya, JLL, Ayatash. But sometimes a lot of
you guys don't move without them. They're like your X-Men, innit, those guys.
Yeah, man, but guess what? As some youths, you see, for me, if you make music, I feel comfortable. So, it's not as much as if you say, oh, we don't necessarily work with everybody, but it's who are going to give me the opportunity to be in my creative element, who can make me create freely and comfortably and honestly. And you have to also understand that part of their music. There's some things that I probably will go in a studio with you and put in a song when I wouldn't say around anybody else because I just not feel comfortable around the producer there. You get me? So it's a mixture of the family what we have in the music and happenstance, because suppose me meet a random producer up here and play a rhythm for me and me like it and it becomes. That's what happened with Second Chance, you know? We randomly meet the man who made the rhythm and me end up write the song there and spot and it become one of the biggest songs of my career. So I don't have a cap on who I work with, but I do as it relates to just energy and pureness. You see me?
Man. Well, Lila, it's always a blessing to link up with you. You get what I'm saying? People, you're not getting a freestyle and a session. Okay? You want to work with this?
You can give them a acapella.
Give them something there. You see that?
Mama, your son, him wanted. Him sit down in the yard, but him wanted. And though they might not charge him, me said the gallows and the guillotine are calling. Mama, your boy, him wanted. Him sit down in the yard, but him wanted. And though they might not charge him, me said the gallows and the guillotine. If you know me mean. Him violate the soldier and the sarge. Lock the place him and him entourage. Off your yard you can't even talk toward. Tell me why your boy you want so bad. Remember when them turn around the gun and you realize that your time a come. Aye, can't go to no more.
I call. This a big man, you like that?
Yes, sir.
Encore. I say encore.
Don't worry, man. You're so catch it.
Let me tell you something. The rhythm that song
craziness.
Is on people.
Craziness.
If a reggae you want,
a reggae you go get. Hey, you know that you know, man.
Trouble there. Lila Ike, Shawnee B, West London, Ladbroke Grove, All Saints Road, my
All
people.
Saints Road,
We're out
fam.
on the streets.
We're out here, man.
From the hills to the streets of London.
Man.
Bless up every time.
Blessings and love, yeah. Big up. Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Big up.
Thank you very much.
Proud to the girl, Toto. Gallows and guillotine, man.
We Proto there?
Yeah, man, him there upon the live.
But make sure
everything copper set.
I'm behaving, Proto.
Biggie house, we're outside. Yo, book a flight, fam. It's lit up here, fam. Need to get out of the hills, fam. Yeah, man, I mean, man, Shani.
Hills more reach right now. Yeah,
well, it's always a pleasure for you at the hills, too.
I'm dying to go.
And the flats, the problem there.
Dying to reach.
The flats, the problem there, man. Yeah, peeps, and I don't know. Go na a little piece of wagwan, you know? Mama, your boy, him wanted. Now I can't run that tune there again. Yeah, people. Whoa, yo, big up Nope again for this. If you don't like that glasses, yeah. So them give me, them send it, come give me some, I go and hold it, you see me? I go and vibe in it. Yeah. So them say if you don't want to get one of them shades, yeah, I have a, what you call it, a discount code thing. I don't even know if you do them promotional thing, yeah, you know, but all me I tell them, I say, go over now page and tell them, say, me, say, no. I look for you now. Ooh, just what you think the album listening this? Mama, you son wanted. Him sit down in the yard, but him wanted. And though they might not charge him, Bumbuck. Tell him the uncle.
Brother, you know.
Mama, you son wanted.
Brother, you know, let me get the sample play tomorrow, dog.
Hey. And though they might not charge him, me said the gallows and the guillotine I'm calling. Him want you leave the soldier and the sarge. No, I'm for the life today. Say like chatting there. Yeah, man, outside. Hey, we'll people. Mama, your son him want. Let me see some fire emoji right now. Well, Mama, your son him wanted. Him sit down in the yard, but he wanted. And though they might not charge him, me said the gallows and the guillotine are calling. Mama, your son him wanted. Him sit down in the yard, but he wanted. And though they might not charge him, me said the gallows and the guillotine are calling. Him violate the soldier and the sarge. Not the place him and him entourage. Of your yard you can't be talked to one. Tell me why your boy you want so bad. Remember when them turn around the corner, you realize a year time I come. Hard to live your life on the run. Don't so bad my life, I look so fun. When you're the one mattress in a bush asleep. Wake up in a shootout with police. Half the pile and park up in a jeep. Is this the life you really want to live? Don't see the young daughter start with it. Where them a go do when she asks. And where daddy gone. And why you son you want it? You sit down in the yard, you got him wanted. And do them might not charge him. You said the gallows and the guillotine. Tell him uncle. Mama, your boy him wanted. Sit down in the yard, you got him wanted. And do them might not charge him. No, the gallows and the guillotine. If you want listen when me talk in the road, you free for walk, you better you just feel podcast. The boy them get the news and them want you hard about the AR where you are with the extra clip them up a hard well. Just think about the pressure you have respond money. The pain she be a real cash when she did have you in her tummy. And she you want identify your body, your family. Them tired for your bed and fall. I know them here you want it. Sit down in the yard, but you wanted. And all the might not die. Hey, the gallows and the guillotine. If you go with me, Mama, you boy you wanted. You sit down in the yard, they put you wanted. And though the man not charging, no, the girls and the guillotine. If you know me, so yes, your mama, and your belly on the ball. Oh gosh, I say you want it, boy.
When you come to pick
Oh, right. Yeah, man.
Remember you was online?
Yeah.
It was me posting. Nice to meet you. It was me posting.
You know I call her?
Yeah, it was me posting. I texted
Okay, alright. Well, we definitely gonna play some ball.
Get some.
Get
a sweat guy.
Yeah. Yeah, man.
You're on the board of directors, fam.
Definitely,
and I know she's thinking that a proper representation of black women in football.
Yeah, man, big up yourself.
That's alright.
You got a joke, yeah?
Where connect, man?
Yeah.
What's your name on Instagram?
Alpha.
Me chat to Akala.
Yeah. Definitely.
Yeah, man. Nice to meet you, yeah?
I'll you anyway, so.
Yeah,
you can play
man.
ball though, Lila.
She said what is it? Centre midfield.
I want to Shani.
What you say? Centre midfield, no?
So what do you think they're going to cheerlead?
I'm asking the question.
No, man, I do.
I'm just asking. I don't play ball.
I do, man. After ball, now I have to play. I have to do a follow the ball, you know.
I was a great goalkeeper at school.
Yeah?
Yeah. I could stop a shot.
I'm not telling you something, I write him Sterling.
So I've done DMS saying, do you really need to link up the ball, you know?
Oh, alright, see, it's all connect,
for them. Even my next brethren, JB,
yeah.
He was on the live as well, and I think he's someplace for QPR.
What, Kevin JB?
No.
Yeah.
ESP, his name came up as ESP or something like that on there.
Okay.
I used to be a rapper back in the day. You saw
Me just love you know what I love with football? It's great workout, running up and down and.
Yeah.
Is it me?
100%.
I can't do them things.
Are you a goalkeeper?
Yeah, I'm just a goalkeeper.
Your wrist at work, you know.
Yeah, people.
Your wrist at work.
You may like that, Zeb.
You know, I used to stand on
Trying to be a ball stopper.
Trying to be like
mash up my knee and everything.
Yeah.
The ball is not for you.
I remember I went to one team that they were doing under the flyover one time.
Yeah.
And the man didn't use our goalkeeper. So there they go. The man was begging me to come back the next week.
I want to play them big tune then. So which position you play, Empress?
Left wing back.
So hard.
Yeah.
Nobody send for Raheem for the game, you know. Nobody send for Raheem, you know. I like a scrimmage.
Raheem's far now. No. Unless he's back in London, unless he's back down.
Yeah, man. Nothing really hard for doing, you know. You just have to enjoy life and go through.
That's it. It's got to be fun.
So I look on it, you know.
For sure.
So you do some cycling.
Yeah, just finished at the gym, just done some cycling, back to do some emails.
Yeah. So it for go, man. Keep
boring
moving.
Stuff, but has to be done, man.
You mean, man?
I run a charity for young people, so the youth them.
Oh, nice.
For education, sports, and politics.
Yeah.
So I'm a local councillor as well. So
You be a work you do, man.
Too much. The youths, man.
Straight.
Everyone's leaving them.
Yeah.
No one's
Me I try
following
to show you we can't leave the youths.
It's all about numbers for them.
Yeah.
And in reality,
And statistics.
And the youth need love and consistency.
See there?
Those
Seal
two
it,
things.
seal.
And they're not getting it.
The youth need love and consistency.
And the young protected, you know?
Exactly. So
And the elderly care for.
that's right. So we've got to do the work now so they don't have to go through the same
You know,
barriers.
so me feel like I'm
go
going to push the makeup back again. What time are the thing? Because I do it so early.
I'll push it back from now, so...
Message her for me now. Yeah, man, I be things all of Jamaica, I see a step stepfather beat up a little youth. Eh?
What time you want?
What time we supposed to do the thing? 9 o'clock it starts.
9 o'clock.
So 7 is a good time for she come.
That was no protest. They tend to be in the mornings.
It's staying, you're extending.
Yo, trust me, I've been extending, man. It's just like, when I look at it, you know, I feel inspired here, so why not? You know, the inspiration when I get here, better me just go and tap into that energy there and create. Cause I go to Jamaica, go sit down in my house, stress out and boring and feel low. Can't bother with that. Blessings.
Take care.
Thank you, man. No meds lock up in a box. We can't take them thing there. So me just go on.
Gotta follow the energy.
Just follow the energy, you know. But I really like it in London. I really like London. From the first time I came here.
Do you see any difference in the different parts of London that you go in? Any place stand out for you? Obviously West London, because
this is where I spend most of the time. But you see, the first time I came here, I didn't really. I was gonna say me just the West London. I roll with Protege. So me just hello, sorry. Yeah, man. How far the place then?
Camden.
How far from the hotel?
20 minutes drive.
Okay. Maybe 6:30 or 6. Yeah. Thank you. What did I talk about? Yeah. So I was just staying in the west area and that's all I vibe.
You see, you notice what she did. You know that she got interrupted for a call, right? And then she take the phone, right? And then she look at you and she say, excuse me, you know, and thing and support and thing like that, yeah, and thing. So her thing, what she do is no for camera or is all real thing. You know what I mean? It's not, you know, like some people say put on camera and when they say what they say, you know what's up? Well,
the spokesperson is that word.
It goes up.
For real, man.
I'm full of manners.
Yeah, man. So my granny and my mother teach
that's
me.
upbringing, you know.
Yeah, man.
You can't mix that. You can only pretend to be someone for so long. And how tiring it is to be someone that, you know.
Yeah, man.
That's more energy.
So it's like, but this is the most I've ever spent here for really experience the place. Cause I did there with Proto, they on tour, move about, go to different little cities, and then when we stayed, I think we did there with him about a week or two. It was just basically doing the rounds, you know, interviews, link up with a couple people in the studio. So not necessarily soaking up the vibration of the place to say, oh, I prefer the party or the party. But generally this area on my side still. Like our other side. Yeah. Feel like I'm at home, you know? Enough Jamaicans make, you see me? Enough of my people, them I know say rate the music and know. So
definitely this area is full of generational wealth.
Yeah.
So your great grandparents, your grandparents, you can see a family member, someone that you can pull them up. You know what I mean? Everyone knows everyone. Yeah. It's just now they got the postcode wars. They don't know what they're fighting for, but they're just trying to earn a living.
Everybody try to fight for something, you know. I just think people love fight. I just that. Them just can't feel settled and comfortable and exist in a space and no say. Yeah, that man, the other man, the other man, the other man. Everybody want to own something and them no want. The sharing and them thing there is not a thing that happens so easily in any space. And then I just be a war. But you know them things they are trauma too. Cause enough things people go through in our history.
Generational trauma.
Hey, what's up?
Blessings. I just wanted to say, is it alright if I get a photo with you?
Yeah, man.
Yeah?
Okay, £5, yeah.
How you been
anyway?
I'm good.
Do you
Uncle,
I saw you at City Splash, but I was too far away from the stage and there's too many people in the crowd, but I wanted to get closer, but honestly, it was a, you smashed it. I can't even, words can't even. I saw the thing, I was like, oh my god, you're the end.
Yeah, right over.
The whole time I was like, it's better now than ever, you know. But
See that's why I'm stuck with them things they want in Jamaica.
Yeah. No man, they can't do them things. Just you know, see me and the whole of the lion them there.
You doing all your life.
You know, I mean the lion them there, so we'd showcase anything. But yeah, thanks so much for the kind words, yeah?
good, man. We love to see it. Do you reckon you'll be doing like a tour in Europe or nothing?
Yeah, man. Trust me, we just want, you don't know what's happening in the world and thing, Corona. There's a lot of places traveling to it is more complicated than it was. And then when you're moving with a group of people, you're banned with it. So it's just working out the logistics, but for sure, 100%.
Big fan base here, man.
Why that? I notice, I appreciate it, man.
It's unique, isn't it? You got a unique delivery.
Yeah.
You know when you don't like copy anybody, and you just do your own thing.
Yeah, man, I said the woman.
Priceless. Where's you down at the village?
No, I haven't. Do you know what? I haven't been in the village since around
Straight.
Yeah, I heard. I didn't.
If you ain't got no walk, you know, you're not even a walk to blood clot.
You're dead.
Asleep, you're asleep, man.
Are you dead?
Yeah.
Some people there just exist. They've not lived that long.
I know that they're building it up and stuff. Every time I see them platforms built and the thing at the back.
But trust me, I feel like I could have come live a blood clot London one nice 6 months.
I'm good, man. Just keep myself just working, man.
When the cold start reaching.
Thank God.
Right now, I think it there. I'm going tomorrow. Next week.
No, what you doing?
Yeah, I know say Lila start ball come. But make it no.
Yeah.
Manchester you come from now. So
Yeah.
you know
The cool thing, and that me I try to tell you, say, when me come from, man, even if you look on the map, there's a fog over them places. See me I say? Yeah. When me I wake up a morning time, man, for go bathe, man, I have to go take out the water there out of the drum there.
Yes, you too.
Rainfall yesterday.
Definitely.
Like 4 o'clock a morning there, you stay so.
In and out.
No, I hear that. Me too. I'm back at uni next week.
my body place.
Make it work.
Me got the side of my shorts and t-shirt and a dog. So I got my St. Anne's dog. And you know them have the big football pitch by.
Yeah.
You see when I come out on the football pitch, yo, and the first I ever buy a piece of merch at one show.
Yeah.
The man have some long Bob Marley t-shirts.
Yeah.
So I say, yo, 2 of them more on dog.
You tell us say to your next destination.
So that's it.
You see, by the time
Nice
the
meeting you.
night come down, it was cold like ice in a dog.
Yeah, man.
No dog now out here, Russ. Up your Russ out here.
Sorry.
Keep that way you look on the bashment side. Forget it.
Sorry. Lion there.
Lion hard.
No dog now.
Yeah.
It was cold up there. Trust me, it was cold.
Yeah, man, more while Jamaica get icy, man. Already certain places, cold.
Yeah, but by next month, you're gonna wanna live.
Oh, winter.
It's gonna be a cold winter over
So,
this shit.
The people them so bad,
Johnny,
God's gonna say, see you lot, you're staying inside. The cold will come down like thunder.
Yeah, me and you.
Put on the radio in my yard
I
yesterday.
just checked it off, it's on 30. Mine it's on.
Cold.
3 buns.
Cooleyville, isn't it?
You better buy a onesie.
No, I'm a thermal left.
Oh.
Cold.
Thermal and then the tracksuit bottom and a pants.
Because
Down river.
this weather is very tricky because now you feel warm. By 7 o'clock later,
Cold.
oh, you ain't got nothing in your car yesterday. Not me, I shiver when I go back on my yard.
I took a wardrobe in there. You can't tell you, Johnny, why you're cold. We have a jacket.
Right, let me go up the road. I'm going to edit this.
Yeah, man, Shani, give thanks again, man.
Coffee them because I'm not even going out. I just want to say my word.
I was sure.
They got one showcase thing in it. Columbia
Okay.
Records.
Okay.
Maria and a Mexican guy.
Who named Maria again? Girl from up here?
Yeah.
She did the Jamaica with her.
Yeah.
One little dark skin girl? Yeah, she's solid. She's sick.
Bad.
She's bad. Her voice wicked.
I recorded 2 songs with her about 2.5 years ago.
She's bad.
But she never knew what she wanted to kind of do.
Yeah.
So one of the songs that she did I actually released last year with Moya.
Okay.
It's her next bad song. When it comes to writing, she's fast.
Yeah.
She just sits in the corner in the studio.
Yeah,
She's
man.
like, ready? I said, I'm ready, start. Chord.
Yeah, I saw, I think me see Popcorn them did post her and me go look up her music. She's solid, man.
I think she got something skinny them coming soon as well.
Yeah, I see some pictures with them, yeah. Nice. So she a perform at the thing tonight too?
Some showcase singing.
Okay, okay. And pass through.
And sure I don't see coffee from she there.
Yeah.
Ryan and called me and while she then over there, so I was running it.
Yeah, I called her that, tell me yesterday.
They got a showcase thing tonight in it for Carla's out.
Yeah. They told me about that too. Enough things are going on one night. I need 3 of myself. Yeah, man.
Virtual. Virtual appearance.
Holographic.
Let me go up the road.
See that word, man?
Yeah, man.
Bless, bro. Bless,
come
bro.
on.
Yeah, man.
Tell Arlene don't be late.
Arlene love
my
me too
thing.
much frigging problem.
You don't like book appointment?
I don't book appointment
All
with
right.
a barber shop.
A bongo fly.
Me bust a barber shop there. Me no book appointment. When I walk in, you have time for me? Good.
Time I never see your pan headed.
Oh, me?
Yeah.
I used to have a big afro here.
Hmm?
What? When my mother and my father did that bowl of
Man out here different barber shop and I never see hair pan him head yet.
No, I used to have a big afro on it, but then we make a ball in the middle of the head.
Yeah.
Helicopter and bird
Yeah.
watching on my head cap.
Wipe it off.
Yeah, clean.
Oh, wow.
And the girls them said it's like the new 6-pack in the bar. Come on.
Is that word?
Yeah. Johnny, how's the
yeah,
boy doing
babe.
at the new thing?
You're going.
So
Yeah,
far.
man, that man, I don't know.
That's
Boy,
until
you know.
until he finds friends.
Try
We
get
can only do
the outfit
what
together.
now.
When he finds friends, show me
Team.
later.
Yeah, I hear you. Yeah, we'll catch up.
I got do me hair like get a cane rover style, but I just have one beat with me hair, yeah, man. Can't bother with that. I tell.
Are you hurting that?
Yeah. Imagery.
Yeah, man, are you hurting that tonight?
Yeah, for real. Can't to pull down the antenna them right now. Antenna them have to stay up and alert. Then at 5 o'clock in the morning, me and Major me and say, yo, you gonna make uncle get up out there in bed now. And me definitely not ready call down, we don't go to sleep.
Yeah,
You know, I make that 7 o'clock appointment there.
We left out there about 3 o'clock, you know.
Yeah.
We never left him.
Mm. Oh, you didn't wait for the taxi, yeah, man.
About 3 taxi for come
6
on.
o'clock, we get up, man.
They read the message and just turn me over back.
So it's the last year.
Say, oh,
And then when
my
I
school,
call
yeah.
you now, sweet me when you answer the phone. I said, this could have never gone studio. This sound like the band of Canada.
yeah, man.
Yeah, later. Uncle.
Yeah, man. No, I'm not adjust the phone at time yet. I'm still like on yard time.
I'm just on the line.
Yeah,
Still
but
up on
you're
yard
up on
time.
the thing, the habitat time.
Yeah, that.
Alright, me know is what man call him like the said thing.
I'm going back up.
Late night thing.
By the time I know photo ready now.
Yeah, just I get up to go the road.
I'll just come and check some quickly and I'm just going back over the west, over the Harrow Road.
Yeah, it's a great day. We give thanks. We love the weather today. Nice and sunny and bright. Still not too hot. Like that style, man. These days of my life, yeah. Hey, late to the party, but me still in a this. Go feel light up and split. Let me know that what there's heavy. Blow, come up with some mad tune last night, you know, uncle.
Same, man.
Well, again.
I saw the live
Good
with the
vibes and
parlour.
energy only. Just happy faces around me. A friend and family only. Tonight we outside. Good vibes and energy only. Just happy faces around me. Friends and family around me. Tonight we outside. Hey, hey, late to the party, but me still in a this. Me bout for light up a spliff, cause everybody look lifted. Pass me a buckle, couple greater Guinness. Yeah, man, that's how we a live. But then I think we see paid. Bumper clock. Good vibes and energy only. Just happy faces around.
Shoulder, wait them.
Monkey shoulder
Monkey
there.
shoulder, blood clot.
Monkey shoulder there. When you sit down on that monkey shoulder there, no man.
What you want to notice? See that monkey shoulder?
Yeah.
That we are spit like wow.
Yeah, man. It give me a good vibes, not lie.
Yeah, make me notice.
But I know if I just the energy when me get it round the first time.
Okay.
But it really give me a pure late night up on a whole of energy. What? And I really feel like it has a lot to do with the people them too in the room. It's crucial. You get me? I say Empress and everybody my creative spirit just come out wrong. So. But yo, we not come up with some real solid. See, all the one who said, Donkey said the world no level, him never tell no lie. What? Donkey said the world no level, him never tell no lie. Hey, Donkey said the world no level, him never tell no lie. Cause all when you work so hard. Sorry. There's a biker section around here. Another big ship sailing on the ocean. Big drop bag of cocaine and alcohol. Tell me who's responsible now. No.
You ready then?
Yeah, man, I make a move. Nice to meet you. You're impressed?
You too.
Stay safe. I make the connection and see what time can work, yeah?
Definitely. You got cleats?
Eh?
You got boots?
No, you know. When me playing anything, I'll be barefoot. Donkey say the world no level, him never tell no lie.
Blessings.
Yeah, man, big up. This is heavy. Donkey say.
Put on back them glasses.
Put on back them glass. I mean, the world no level, him never tell no lie. Cause all when you work so hard, the work you're done. Junior. Yo, Zebi document every blood. Yeah. Take it.
No, you do it.
I might have to go long way. I don't know your phone I just pick up any blow. See? Yeah. Say a word here, we connect. Big up. Yeah, man.
You show it your ass.
Donkey say the world no level, him never tell no lie. Donkey say the world no level, him never tell no lie.
So,
when you work so hard,
which channel the work work?
Some other guy.
Which channel the rest work?
None of them blow.
Him get more footage than Charlie B. You had it.
Yo, trust me.
When Charlie B. came run out, the rest
still around. Now I tell you, say Ras can put a documentary together. Lila Ike in London 2021. What? Donkey say the world no level, him never. I want tell me if you don't leave the ends. Man, you know. Mine. Donkey say the world no level, him never tell no lie. Donkey say the world no level, him never tell no lie. Cause all when you work so hard.
The glasses tonight.
Tonight, that's what go on. Them did for send me another one. The one of them did for send me that one. Them did want to be tonight. It's like a little pink. Have like a little light pink thing about it. And he said,
you could have still.
The world no level, it never
Is it
tell.
Amazon?
No man, it's a store name, Nope. Them message me personally and said they want to send me some for me just beat it and take some picture and for them. Tell them two of them like. Cause all when you work so hard, you still can't get as much opportunities as some other guy. Cause of the color of your skin and the color of your eyes and even your next to kin.
Yeah. Say what the next one.
You know what to do.
Say, what one you do that no sound already voice? Because you don't want not well.
No, that means say I try to get exclusive and release and that's how it work. Him to think about what him don't have. Can't give him with it. If me give him something with no sound,
no, he's not saying that. He said the least one out of your selection.
No, uncle. I must say people just buy them dub, me not calculate who. I know how the thing work. You might ask for a special, man. If you want a special, then you got a different category now.
Category?
Different category. Different bag that we are talking about. So if I that him want, then him check the bags. You see me I say people? When I understand what I say, right? Yeah. If you want a tune when nobody in the world have, not even me don't have a different category. A different argument that we are talking about, man. Big up all sound man, all dub man. You get what me I say? Respect all of the man them who support the team. Really, really do. Different categories. Different bag. Yes, uncle, see there. We're on the general in the street, you know? Tough, don't it? Yeah, man. When you're ready, me use it all as a mask. I'm ready, me just take out the thing in the middle and turn in a mask. I don't have a mask like this. Nah. Blood clot, space thing. Me say, donkey say, the world no level him never tell no lie. Blacker, by the time I reach back at Jamaica, the bicycle is supposed to ready, though. The bicycle is supposed to, the ship supposed to land. I'm calling Blacker car. If you know what I want for the bicycle, Blacker, send in a request there. Blacker.